Hello YouTube fam, welcome to Athena Virtuo's channel. Athena with you here and another episode or another astrology episode. So in today's video I wanted to share with you my take on Saturn direct, which is going to be on the 27th of November, as you see here. I'm recording today's video at 7:10 p.m. my time on the 26th of November, so in the evening. And I kid you not, guys, I'm really tired, but I really want to talk and share with you what I see and the downloads I'm getting from Saturn direct tomorrow. Okay, so as you see in the chart here, this is the Saturn. Just give me 1 second. Now, as I said, guys, bear with me. I'm really tired. I come back from work. I barely have time to have dinner, rest, and then take care of some stuff. So I have limited time to record videos. But anyways, this is the Saturn direct chart on the 27th. As you see here, Saturn is at 25 degrees and 9 minutes in the sign of Pisces. And yeah, it's showing it's direct at 25 degree Pisces. 25 degree is Aries degree. Okay. And I'm going to tell you later on why I'm saying this is an Aries degree. I've mentioned that before. If a sign is at, or if a planet is at a degree of a certain sign, this means it's going to bring that sign energy, or the ruler of the sign energy, which means 25 degrees Pisces, or Saturn at 25 degree Pisces, which is once again an Aries degree. It's going to bring with it Mars energy. And the funny part is Mars at 16 degree in Sagittarius. Mars here is very fiery in a fiery sign, okay, at 16 degree, which is technically so this is 13, 14, 15, a Cancer degree, okay? But the point here, we're talking about Saturn. I'm not talking about Mars, but bear in mind that Saturn will be direct with the energy of Mars, because the 25 degree is an Aries degree. All right. As we all know, before I talk about what does it mean Saturn being retrograde and how it's going to affect us as a collective, I'm going to mention some signs when it goes direct tomorrow on the 27th. But before that, you got to understand that Saturn is in Pisces. Pisces is a mutable sign. So the signs that's going to feel the energy of Saturn direct the most are obviously Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius. These are mutable signs and they square one another, except for Virgo and Pisces, they're opposing one another. Okay, but Saturn direct will be affecting the signs that it rules as well, which is Capricorn and Aquarius. And let me say it again. Saturn goes direct at 25 degree. It's an Aries degree that is ruled by Mars, which is now in a fiery sign, which means that's the energy of Aries is very potent, is very fiery, is action oriented, is taking initiative. Okay? Just getting things done. I don't have time to waste, right? So let's go back now and talk a little bit about what does Saturn retrograde. Remember, Saturn was retrograde in the sign of Pisces, where also there is the North Node, all right, opposing the South Node. Okay, so as you know, the North Node is in Pisces at 14 degree, and the South Node is in Virgo at 14 degree as well. Okay, and 14 degree is a Taurus degree. Okay, I spoke about the degrees before. I'm probably gonna dedicate a video on the degree theory, but for now, I'm trying to be perfectly honest to have this video done as soon as possible. I'm not sure even if I'm going to be able to post it on YouTube. Today I'll try, maybe tomorrow. But anyways, so what does Saturn retrograde in Pisces mean? First of all, Saturn is the Lord of Karma. I've said that a million times, and you probably, if you are an astrology enthusiast, you would know that Saturn is the Lord of Karma, the energy of Saturn, all right? And we all know the Saturn or Cronus story in the Greek mythology, but I'm not going to talk about it now because I mentioned that and I spoke about it a million times before. Saturn also is the taskmaster, is the teacher, is the professor. Saturn, in a nutshell, when it goes retrograde, in a nutshell, what it means that this taskmaster, this Lord of Karma, is giving you a take-home exam or an assignment. Take home, go within, go inside, hide, because Pisces, the 12th house is all about hidden places, going within, the subconscious. Reflect internally, okay? So Saturn, the Lord of Karma, is giving you a take-home exam, an assignment to complete at home. You're in a hidden place, you're on your own, you're going within, you're taking care of your assignment. You're studying, you're reflecting, you're doing your homework, you're taking your time. Saturn was retrograde from September 1st until November 27th, all right? So, that's in a nutshell what Saturn retrograde means. All right? You're taking a home exam. You're taking your exam to home and study at home. And then you're going to submit your exam. When Saturn goes direct, you're either going to pass your exam or you're going to fail this exam, and then you're going to be reaping what you've been sowing. And that's in a nutshell what the Lord of Karma is. Saturn is all about structure, restriction, limitation, maturity, being slow, having boundaries, setting goals, working hard. Now, when Saturn retrograde in a sign like Pisces here, Pisces has no structure. It's fluid, it's water, it's emotions, it's passion, it's compassion, it's empathy, okay? It's also addictions, bad habits, subconscious, faith. Now, Saturn retrograde in this sign that has no structure, fluid, is trying to create structure, is trying to set boundaries. Hey, I'm at home, I'm doing my exam, I have a take-home exam, I'm studying. These are my boundaries. I don't want it to be bothered. I don't want it to be disturbed. I don't want it to be interrupted. I don't want to be disrupted. All right, so you're trying to set boundaries. All right, you're trying to study. And there are many times you feel exhausted. That's the energy of Saturn. Exhaustion, fatigue, tiredness. That's the energy of Saturn retrograde. All right, you feel exhausted. You feel tired, but yet you're doing your work. You're studying. you persevered, you endured all this circumstance, and you wanted to pass the exam. All right? Saturn, the sign of Pisces. Saturn doesn't like to be in Pisces. Okay? Point blank. Trying to set boundaries, have structure, create limits, Pisces likes to go with the flow, mutable sign. But Saturn, no, doesn't want to go with the flow. Saturn go by the book. Okay? Law, legality, judgment, or, follow the law. Okay? Authority. But here, it's like somebody's testing you. You're being tested. Are you going to persevere? Are you going to endure the circumstance, the fatigue, the exhaustion, the difficulty of this exam, the research, the study? What are you going to do about it? Saturn retrograde in Pisces also make it more, or make you experience mental fogginess or mental exhaustion, for some even mental illness, okay, because of the fear, because of the restriction, because you feel there are blockages. You're trying to do something, but there are limits, there are blockages, there are obstacles your way, you're being rejected. Everything is going slow, because that's the energy of Saturn retrograde. Saturn, generally speaking, is slow, and when it's retrograde, it's even slower. All right? I bet you not. Everybody experienced that, especially Pisces, Virgo, Aries, because that's your 12th house, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Gemini, all these signs experience this. And you know what, guys, if I mentioned all of us, we're going to experience the Saturn retrograde and Saturn direct, but the signs that mostly affected in a harsh way, in a difficult way, the signs I mentioned, the mutable signs, which are Pisces, which technically really Virgo more even than Pisces. For Pisces it's going to be better because now it's going direct, so there's more fluidity to it. Okay, there's more smooth, because Saturn is actually trining Jupiter, your ruler. And if I didn't mention that, guys, Saturn in Pisces under the rulership of Jupiter, which is right now retrograde, but it doesn't matter because Jupiter is malefic. Okay, I don't care. I don't care what you'll hear from others. Jupiter is benefic. Sorry if I said malefic, that's a typo. It's benefic. Saturn is malefic. Okay, Jupiter is benefic, means even if it's retrograde, it's going to bring benefit. Okay, and so Jupiter would never hurt you, but Saturn, yes. Saturn, because Saturn's testing you, has to put you through the ringer, through the test, takes you to hell, okay? Makes you feel, you doubt everything. And remember, Jupiter is faith. Jupiter, and look, guys, if you've, excuse me, I'm not sick, but it's just because of the heater, I have a dry cough. But anyways, Jupiter is, once again, Jupiter is benefic, okay? Jupiter, even if it is retrograde, it's still going to, it's going to test your generosity, your kindness, and so on and so forth, or make you reflect on the best approach to show generosity and kindness and share your abundance and prosperity with others. It's going to make you reflect on that, okay? And reach better approach rather than just giving with no limit. Now, when Jupiter retrograde, I was just thinking about something and my goodness. Okay, so Jupiter retrograde. And let me rephrase this, guys. So you probably heard from other astrologers that Jupiter is going to make you feel overly optimistic. Why you feel that? You feel that because Jupiter is faith, is belief, is trust, having faith in God. All right? No matter what happens to you, no matter whatever difficulty you're going through, no matter how many times you're being betrayed and stabbed and everything, you have to have faith and trust in the divine, in the Holy Spirit, in the divine source, the higher source. Okay? That's where the optimism is coming from. Okay? And with the trine between Saturn and Jupiter, and once again, Saturn is under the rulership of Jupiter because Jupiter rules Pisces. Neptune is here as well. Neptune is also a co-ruler of Pisces. So the faith and optimism is very potent here. And the belief in God, believe in whatever happens, you're going to be protected. Now Saturn is testing this belief. Okay? Saturn makes you go through hell. Remember, Saturn makes you doubt your belief system, doubt your faith. You're thinking, oh my God, when is this shit gonna end? I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Every door I go to, it's just, I'm faced with the blockages. I feel there are blockages everywhere. All doors are locked at my face. Nothing is going forward. Everything is going backward. And I'm tired. I am literally tired. I am exhausted. Let me just sleep. I want to give up. There's no God. That's what Saturn tells you. That's the energy of the retrograde. The energy of retrograde, doubt your faith, doubt your belief, doubt your spirituality, doubt your connection with the divine. I am not going to connect with the divine. There is nothing called spirituality. I don't care. It's all lies. To the point even that Saturn tries to give you, well, not try, but Saturn's giving you red flags, signs. Hey, pay attention. I gave you a home assignment or a take-home exam, okay? But I see that you're making mistakes. And I am warning you, and I'm telling you, hey, watch out. The first whatever, let's say, problem, you didn't get the steps that you're going through to resolve the problem, let's say in math or whatever, okay? You got an error. So this is a red flag for you to redo that step again, because you're getting errors, but you are turning a blind eye on those red flags, on those signs. And Saturn keeps giving you red flags, keep showing you. And these are all hypothetical speaking. Real life, you're probably dealing with a karmic person. You're probably dealing with a false one. You're probably dealing with, a boss or co-worker who's being, being very making accusations towards you, or somebody is deceptive. It also could be even in a family, within your family. It could be your spouse, okay? Is being deceptive, is taking advantage of you, is being abusive. It could be a sibling who's taking something from you and not returning. So it could be anything in your life, all right? But Saturn showing you the red flags, showing you the signs and asking you to connect to the divine. But because of, not Saturn, technically Jupiter and Saturn, because they're trining one another. So these two are cooperating and trying to help you to pass the exam. But But also there's the retrograde energy. There's the negative energy of Saturn retrograde, which is slow, which is fear, which is doubts, which is blockages. And you're like, no, I don't see that. I'm not paying attention. I'm not going to connect because all this lies. There's no faith. There's no God. There's no higher source. There's no red flags. I believe the liar. I believe the devil. I follow the devil. I'm going back to my addiction because I found, numbing my feelings and numbing my senses. It makes me happy, makes me overcome this fear and doubt in me, makes me, numbing your senses. You know what I mean? Like, addicting to whatever, escapism, like escaping the reality. That's what I'm trying to say. Recreational drugs, like, for example, smoking, weed or whatever, any kind of addiction, or drinking or something along those lines, because Saturn retrograde makes you go back to old habits. Okay? Makes you also go back being nostalgic, being ruminating on, old memories. And there's that energy when Saturn retrograde, the energy of, once again, even mental, like if there's psychological problem or mental health issues, going to get even worse during Saturn retrograde. Now, Saturn is going direct. Now the time to submit your test and get the rewards. Either or. If you fail, obviously you're not going to get rewarded. You are going to be reaping, what you've been sowing, right? If you fail the exam, if you've been slacking, if you've been, sleeping all day long, giving up, not connecting with your higher self, not ignoring the signs, turning a blind eye, going back to your addictions and, not doing your homework, not submitting the test to begin with, right? Now it's time for the judgment day. It's like you're going to court, right? And submitting your documents. You're before the judge now. What's going to happen? What you're going to do? All right? So let's take the scenario of working hard. People are doubting you because that's the Saturn retrograde energy. People are deceiving you. People at work, for example, people are trying to accuse you of something you haven't done, blaming it on you, blaming everything on you. Because look, guys, even before, Saturn direct, this is the energy of the 27th, you'll see here the moon just ingresses into Pisces, a water sign, and is forming a T-square, the moon forming a square with, before it gets into 0 degree, prior to that, it squares Venus in Scorpio, all right? And then also exactly squares Uranus in a 29 degree, an erratic degree, all right? And this is not fun. This is, you are dealing with drama. So this is the energy of today, 26, and tomorrow. And lots of you probably dealt with it already. I think it's going to dissipate tomorrow, but it's going to reach at one point something shocking. Like, let's say you're looking for something, you can't find it, and then it's like somebody is accusing you, or somebody is being dramatic and accusing you of like something being deceptive, guys. Okay, listen, Venus in Scorpio is under the energy of Pluto and Mars. All right, it's like something behind you, something being betrayed, something behind the scenes is being done or spoken of, or I don't know, but it's going to be revealed. Don't worry, Saturn is going direct tomorrow. Okay, and let me tell you guys, I kid you not, if somebody's trying to hurt you or like, blame something on you and you're innocent, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let Saturn does his magic. Okay? Saturn's going direct and you're going to see wonders. I promise you. You're going to see wonders. Okay? So, but this square, it's something behind the scenes, something behind you. And it's mostly a woman. It's a feminine energy. Okay, somebody is trying to, as I said, creating drama, is lying, is the deceptive energy. Okay, betrayal, accuse you of something, coming behind you and stab you, the energy of Pluto. Okay, something hidden, something surprising, the energy of Uranus. All right, so there's going to be something shocking. There could have already happened. Okay, for others, because it has the Uranian energy, it could happen tomorrow. All right, but once again, rest assured, show perseverance, do your work, do your assignment, be honest. Okay, do the best that you can, endure the situation. Okay, persevere, be patient, and you will be rewarded. I promise you. I promise you that. Okay? Even if the entire world against you, watch. Watch the Lord of Karma. All right? Yeah. So that's in the nutshell when Saturn goes direct. What's all about. Okay? It all depends on what you've been doing all along. If you've been, deceptive, if you've been lying, if you've been taking advantage of people, look, guys, I want you, and I'm sure you know very well what I'm talking about. It's all dependent on your intentions, your intent. Okay? Your intent. Is it pure? Is it honest? Are you just trying to do your work? Are you just trying to help, to provide support despite everything? Or you're just being deceptive, filming others, being manipulative, judgmental, talking down to others, gaslighting them, taking advantage of them. If somebody's going through mental health issues or whatever, you're being deceptive, you're manipulating them, stealing from them. Listen carefully, all right? Listen carefully. The divine created these planets for a reason, all right? And Saturn is going to take care of everything. No matter how long it takes. For some of you, you're going to be karmically reaping what you've been sowing instantly. For others, it might going to take a while and it's going to be very extremely painful. All right? Okay. So that's in the nutshell what Saturn direct. Now it's going direct. All right? It's going to, and obviously Saturn is going to station in the sky, and Saturn is very slow, all right? But it is going to go direct, and we will see movement, okay? We will see that things start to move on. So if there's any thing that was stagnant, slow, taking a while, now we will see that things, it's going to move a little bit faster with the energy of Mars, because remember, Saturn is at 25 degrees. So taking action, taking initiative, moving on. And it's funny, Saturn is slower than Mars. At one point in the month of December, Saturn and Mars are going to come to a square. On December the 8th, Mars in the sign of Sagittarius, mutable sign, will be squaring Saturn. And this is not going to be fun. All right? This is not going to be fun at all. This is going to be a very confrontational energy. an energy of being combative. You can't take it anymore. You're going to fight for your right. And this energy, you're going to feel it a few days before. And remember, let me just, give me 1 second. Let me clean the screen. Okay, so just before I talk about, sorry guys, I'm just trying to find my cursor again. Okay, so before I talk about Mars, on December the 8th is going to come to a square with Saturn. There are other things going to happen, all right? And let me switch. There are two major aspects, planetary aspects going to happen after Saturn direct tomorrow. So the first thing, as you see in the chart here, on the 29th of November, we have Mercury here, and 29th going to be Saturday, and we all felt the energy. Mercury will go direct in the sign of Scorpio, all right? And will be trining Saturn, as you see in the chart. And this beautiful water trine is going to be amplified. What does that mean? It means things gonna move forward with Saturn direct, Mercury direct. And once again, don't worry about Jupiter retrograde. Don't even think about those, deceptive words about overly optimistic, overly generous, blah, 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 bullshit. This is BS, okay? And I'm sorry for, but I have to say it's BS, because optimism is coming from faith, from trust, from believing in God, believing that, as I said, no matter what happens, God is protecting you, okay? We are God's children. We have God's energy within us. If you give in to the doubt and fear and limitation and scarcity mindset, because that's what the energy of the retrograde of Saturn, okay? Scarcity mindset, fear, devil energy. Remember, Saturn rules Capricorn, and then in the tarot cards, Capricorn is the devil. Addiction, scarcity mindset, fear, anxiety, failure, the fear of, or the feeling that you're going to fail, you're not going to succeed with all these blockages. And no, that's bullshit, because look, there's a grand water trine, okay? Saturn direct, Mercury direct, okay? Under the energy of Jupiter. This enhances our spiritual belief, okay? Because remember, Mercury is the messenger of God. Whatever there were delay before, and there was that energy of, deception, Mercury retrograde, lies, deception, rumors, mental fogginess, confusion, glitch in the system. You can't believe it, guys. Like the system I work on, like things just so confusing. You just need to focus and concentrate on what you're doing, okay? So this grand water trine is going to enhance the energy. Things gonna fall in your lap. Things gonna go smoothly, okay? With the energy of Saturn in Pisces, you're going to be rewarded. You're going to feel that now you need to step out of your comfort zone and you need to take action. Because remember, Saturn direct is under the, it's under the rulership of Jupiter, but also having the energy of Mars, because it's a 25 degree. That's the energy of Aries, or the energy of Mars, okay? Or the degree which is ruled by Aries under the energy of Mars. So take an initiative. You need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to take action. You need to seek what's taken away from you, fight for your right, as I mentioned, okay? You can't just stay hiding. You've been hiding for a while now. Now you have to step out and take action. You're gonna feel difficulty. It's like you've been hiding for a while in the dark, closing all the windows, it's dark, and now all of a sudden you open the door or you take off the blind from the window, okay? And you're gonna see the sun is shining bright outside. And remember, Saturn is where the North Node is. You have to take action. You have to climb the mountain. You have to move on and leave what's no longer, and trust me, guys, trust me. Once Saturn goes direct, Mercury direct, look, Mars is headed towards, as I said, remember, Mars doesn't want to be in the energy of the South Node where it is now in Virgo. Being critical, being judgmental, being manipulative, being, or under somebody's manipulating you, somebody's gaslighting you, somebody with dark energy here. Mars is headed towards what? Mars is going forward, moving towards the North Node. Okay? That's what Mars is going through. And before it gets to Pisces, Mars faster than Saturn. Mars on December the 8th, as you see in the chart here, just give me 1 second, let me clean the screen so you can see it properly, okay? Once again, I really don't want to jump ahead of time, but I just want to show you the square between Mars and Saturn. And once again, this is not beautiful energy. It's the energy of Mars taking action. Mars is getting out of his, comfort zone and taking the initiative and fighting for what Mars is entitled to. But before that, there's something else that's going to happen. But let me show you. Mars is going to be, this is December 4th when we have the full moon. Just give me 1 second. Let me show you the chart. Yeah, and I just said I don't want the video to be long, and it's almost 40 minutes in. So anyways, this is the chart of December the 8th. And as you see in the chart here, Saturn, once again, very slow at 25 degree Aries degree, and Mars at 25 degree, the degree that Mars rules. And here you go, guys, a square, a very tight square between Mars and Saturn. In a mutable sign. Okay? This is not fun, guys. This is not fun at all. What's going to happen? This is December the 8th, as you see here. But let me go back to December the 4th, because remember, I told you there are multiple aspects. So we've had Saturn direct on the 27th, tomorrow. Mercury direct on the 29th, Saturday. Right? And then, okay, what's this? This is, okay. Another chart, but here we have full moon in Gemini. It's getting very intense, guys. It's getting very intense before the holiday season. Yep, because you know what? You probably heard of it. In December, there are so many relationships that's going to fall apart, okay? And the relationship that's going to fall apart, those are the relationship between false twin flames or like karmic relationships, okay? It's not going to succeed. It's going to fall apart, and everybody's going to, it's the end of the season, all right? Because you're not on your life path. You're dealing with karmic relationship that needs to go. You need to leave it behind, all right? And here we have the full moon in Gemini, mutable sign, at what degree? 13 degree. And what's 13 degree? Once again, it's an Aries degree, ruled by Mars. What the hell? Like, what's this, guys? What's this? What's this? Sorry. Is God playing with us or what? No, God is not playing with us. God, okay, created the planet Saturn to show us the red flags, the signs, but you keep turning a blind eye. And you know what, guys? If you are already spiritually awakened, this is not going to affect you, okay? This is gonna pass by just like many hurdles passed by before. It's gonna a little bit, hurt you to see other people being hurt. Loved ones, people you care about. But if you are in the process of a spiritual awakening, you're growing spiritually, I'm sorry, this is another test. Another test, and it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun at all. This full moon in Gemini, even though I wasn't planning even to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it further, but I'm gonna give you in a nutshell what I see during this time. The full moon in Gemini, remember I said there are aspects. At 13 degree is forming exact freaking square with the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. 13 degrees, see? 13, exact, tight. 13 degree, 13 degree. A grand square, actually. Grand square, because we have Venus also at 11 degree. Now, and the Sun at 13 degrees. See, guys? See, guys? The Sun at 13 degrees Sagittarius. So we have Venus. Venus 5 degree. No. Skip that. Okay. It's the Sun, the North Node, the South Node, and the full moon. It's a full moon. The Sun and the Moon opposing one another. Grand square. See? Grand square. It's not fun, guys. It's not. If you've heard anybody tell me, oh, don't worry about it. No. Well, if you are a mutable sign, you need to worry. You really need to worry about it. Especially if you are Virgo and Pisces. And especially, I'm not going to lie to you, Virgo, Sagittarius, and the moon, not the moon, and Gemini. You really need to worry about this. Okay? Pisces as well, but Pisces is luckier. Why? Because Pisces is a water sign. The North Node is here in Pisces. Saturn is here. Neptune is here. And Jupiter trining with all of this. Trining Saturn. So for Pisces, it's going to be smooth sailing. Pisces is under the protection. Let's put it this way. Under the protection of the North Node, Saturn, and Jupiter. So was, Mercury. Because Mercury trining with them as well. Mercury trines Saturn and trines Jupiter. If you are Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, then be prepared. It all depends on what you've been doing. Are you honest? Are you telling the truth? Are you, being supportive? Do you have clear intentions, pure intentions? Or are you being malicious, vindictive, deceptive, liar? It all depends on your acts, what you've been doing. This is not going to be fun. This full moon in Gemini, unfortunately, for certain signs, it means hidden enemies. Especially for Cancer. And I mentioned that I'm going to mention some signs, and I'm going to talk about Cancer. And you know what? I do care about Cancer because I'm a Cancer sun and rising, and I know lots of Cancerian people. So anyways, this is hidden enemy is going to be there. Like you've been seeing signs before, but by the first week of December, before even the full moon, you're going to see their true colors. There's something going to be revealed, and it's a full moon. So the energy is to end this freaking relationship with these hidden enemies. It's like the mask is going to fall off, and it's like you can't take it anymore. You can't deal with this shit anymore. All right? And you are going to take action because now Mercury direct, Mercury rules Gemini, okay? And Saturn direct. You need to end this relationship with the freaking past life karma. Or this karmic situation that you're dealing with, or this karmic person, this false twin flame. Hidden and hidden enemies. That's what the full moon, you have to, everything is going to be revealed. Something is going to happen to put you in alignment with your north node, your life path. Because this freaking shit is going to end. This grand square is enough with this past karma. We've been giving you signs. We've been telling you this is a false twin. This is karmic. This is pulling you back. This is stagnation. This is status quo. You need to move on. So the divine, because remember, the nodes are the nodes of destiny. The north node is your life path, and the south node is your karma. Is your past life. Is what makes you feel comfortable. You think that you know this person, but this person coming from the past to either take something from you, it's technically paying off debts, okay, karmic debt, or you have to take something from this person, but you have to move on. You're learning a lesson, you've learned the lesson, now you have to move on. North node, leave this behind, leave this shit behind. This past karmic relationship, this past shit, this is my twin. No, this is not your twin, this is your false twin. This is your karmic, okay? There's something better waiting for it. Look guys, the north node is like you're climbing or you're going through a journey, climbing a mountain, okay? And you're going to be stopping by multiple paths, and you're going to be dealing with multiple people, some of them soulmates, some of them karmic people. They're coming from your past life. They feel familiar to you. They feel, or you feel, not them, you feel they are familiar to you. You know them. That's your comfort zone because it's your past life, something you know, something you dealt with. And even though they abuse you, they take advantage of you, they belittle you, they make your life stagnant, they talk to you like you're not worthy, you don't deserve this, they literally belittling you, undermining you, and you're like, okay, it's okay. This is my life. What do? I have no other option. No, you do have options. You do. The more you stay stagnant there, stuck there, then you're blocking your options. You're blocking your prosperity and abundance. You're blocking your, moving forward, your options to move forward. You're actually sabotaging yourself. Nobody is. You're sabotaging yourself because you wanted to be at your comfort zone. You wanted to be dealing with those past life karmic people or situation because you know them. You're scared of the unknown. But you know what? Once Saturn goes direct, that fear mindset, the scarcity mindset is going to change, because once again, remember, Saturn is embodying the energy of Mars, 25 degree. Take initiative, move on, do something. Now let me tell you guys, during the next couple of weeks, because Saturn is in Pisces, be wary of foggy or zero visibility if you're traveling. Because remember, Pisces rules travel. It's the 12th house. All right? Long distance travel. Could be even immigration. So be wary of weather, zero visibility or poor visibility, rainstorms or snowstorms and things alike. Okay, or floods and stuff like that. Okay, because Neptune and Saturn all are in Pisces, so we're gonna see that. Okay, what else I want to talk about? I really don't want to take this too long. Oh, last thing we're talking about is the Mars, and I touched on it. Okay, and I'm gonna make another video to talk more about this full moon in Gemini, because I don't like the energy of the full moon as a Cancer. This means the enemies are doing shit. But it's okay. It's better that they're, ending relationship with them and being expose them or whatever, But anyways, the whole purpose of all of this, guys, if anything that's, the divine is trying to remind us that we're, as a soul being in this life, on planet Earth, we need to learn, okay, from any experience we're dealing with. It's the whole purpose is learning, growing, as a spiritual being, having this human experience from these karmic people, karmic situation, karmic relationship, and moving on, forgiveness, letting go, okay, detach ourselves, moving on in our lives, all right? But once again, on December the 8th, Mars is going to be squaring Saturn. So this is facing, or, the reality, taking action, having a breakthrough, have a reality check, letting go. Mars wants movement. He doesn't want to be stagnant. Mars doesn't want to be held back. All right, so Mars is taking action. That's the energy we're all going to feel. I'm done with this BS. I want to move on. It's almost the new year, 2026, and 2025 is a 9 year, or is the year number 9, which means ending. 2026 is year number 10, which adds up to 1. 1, starting new, starting fresh, new journey. Number 1 is the energy of Aries. Okay? Have faith, believe, and start a new journey. Something different, something new, newness. Okay? Yeah, that's what I really have for you guys. And I know you don't see me because you have the natal chart. So I'm just going to pull an oracle card from the Quantum Oracle. This is one of my best oracle deck I have. And I just I just look at the bottom of the deck. I probably am gonna try to maybe post the oracle card. Okay. You got discovery. It's card number 8. It's focused on intentions, and you got discovery. So I'm gonna pull this card out. I'm still shuffling the cards. Once again, I'm probably gonna post the cards on the screen so you can see them. And I'm just going to read the energy of the card, or the wisdom of the card. Let me just pull one more card. And you got hidden motivations and transformation. And that's it. 3 cards, guys. Transformation, hidden motivation, and discovery. And also at the bottom now, you got the loving woman. I don't need to read the loving woman, but let me start with hidden motivation. It's card number 1. It's also about intentions. I'm not going to read the entire thing. I'm just going to give you a brief description. A smiling woman stands with her hands held over her heart center. Below is an image of children playing in front of a beautiful home, a vision of her deepest desires. Yet something is hidden behind the heavy drapes around her. On a purely practical level, this could indicate an important decision or situation that you don't have all the information about. From the name, hidden motivation, or hidden motivation. Be patient. The knowledge will come and you will be able to act. Exactly. And this is the energy that leads up to Saturn and Mars square. Okay? The knowledge will come and you will be able to act, take action, take initiative. Okay? So, the affirmation, once again, I'm not going to read the entire thing. Or let me read this paragraph for you. Know that your conflicting intentions, even if they are well hidden, are a powerful force in the manifestation of your dreams. The pull of emotional history rides with those intentions, making them even stronger than the desires you have in mind. It's time to clear out those conflicting, limiting thoughts. Saturn direct. This card reminds you the universe is abundant. The grand water trine. Okay? Jupiter, Saturn, and the Sun are forming, sorry, not the Sun, and Mercury are forming, we're still under the energy of the water trine, grand water trine. Okay? So the universe is abundant, and you are deserving, Mars, and capable, once again, Mars square Saturn, of making your dreams come true. Okay? So, what's the affirmation of this card? I let go of doubt and limitation. I have the power to achieve all that I desire. Exactly. And that's Saturn direct, Mercury direct, and Mars square Saturn. All right? So this is the energy of hidden motivations. Now, let's go to transformation, which is card number 5, means change, and it's all about cycles. Cycles ending, new cycles are beginning. Okay? So it's card number 5 under the energy of cycles. And okay, transformation. As you see, once again, I'm gonna post the oracle card on the screen so you can see it. So transformation, card number 5, which means change, and it's under the energy of new cycle starting, a new cycle, and old cycles ending. This card shows a woman getting ready to cross a bridge and move into a new light-filled adventure. Oh wow, transformation, travel. New cycle. In a rolled up scroll, she carries all the wisdom she needs to move forward. This fortuitous card reveals a time of great inner and possibly outer transition. You are now at a place where you are capable of transforming your old life into something brand new. Unhealthy pattern of thought and behavior are now ready to shift into the much higher resonance of peaceful, non-judgmental energy. Set your intentions to transform the negative energy you've been living with for so long. Learn to love and encourage yourself. Speak your truth and choose courage and trust over fear and doubt. These may seem like daunting tasks, but it's time to tackle things that have been holding you back. The future may be a mystery, but like the woman holding the scroll, you hold the truth of your eternal soul. When you turn to the power and wisdom within, you'll be able to face a fabulous future unafraid. The affirmation of the transformation oracle card is, I am capable of a great inner change. I transform my life by transforming my thoughts and perceptions. I am always free to choose. Okay, it can't resonate any better than that. And the last card, which is the first card you got, guys, is card number 8 under the energy of intention, and it is discovery. So you have to have the intention to discover. Look, guys, it can't be any better than that. Hidden motivation, transformation, travel, and then discovery. Discover something new. New cycle is starting. All right? So, discovery. I feel lots of you, once Mercury direct and Saturn direct, lots of people going to travel. All right? Either to, for vacation or moving. Okay? And leaving something old behind after the full moon in Gemini. So, Oh shit, card number 8. Okay. A man is mining for gold. Wow. He has been panning and searching for quite some time, but despite his diligent work, he has not found the treasure that has lain beyond his reach until now. Get ready. A time of discovery is opening up for you. New ideas and new energy will help to bring forth a goal you've been working on. Although there may be more painstaking work involved, this card is telling you that a positive resolution is at hand. Okay? This is very auspicious time. New ideas, information, and exciting new connections are vibrating all around you. A gold mine of discovery awaits. So the affirmation, or before I read the affirmation, all of life is a process. Find a pursuit that makes your heart sing. When you stop singing, find another song. Wow, this is very beautiful. The affirmation of this card: wonderful new discoveries are waiting for me. I open myself to new ideas and great new results. All right. And that's what I have for you for the energy of Saturn direct. And the energy leads up to the full moon in Gemini. And I'll see you in the next one.